Demographic changes. Overpopulation. Demographic changes are reshaping the modern world at an unprecedented pace. And one of the most pressing aspects of this transformation is overpopulation. Overpopulation occurs when the number of individuals in a given area exceeds the capacity of the environment to provide the necessities of life, such as food, clean water, housing, and employment opportunities. While population growth has historically been associated with economic expansion and societal development, in the contemporary era, it presents a series of serious challenges that threaten the stability of societies and the health of the planet. The root causes of overpopulation are complex and interconnected. Advances in medical technology, better hygiene, and improvements in food production have significantly reduced mortality rates. As a result, populations have grown rapidly, particularly in developing regions where access to education and family planning remains limited. Cultural and religious factors may also contribute to high birth rates, as large families are often seen as a sign of prosperity or social strength in some communities. Urbanization is both a cause and a consequence of overpopulation. As rural populations migrate to cities in search of better economic opportunities, urban centers become increasingly crowded. This leads to the expansion of slums, a rise in homelessness, and immense pressure on infrastructure, including transportation, sanitation, and healthcare systems. In megacities such as Mumbai, Lagos, and Sao Paulo, the strain is visible in daily life. Traffic congestion, air pollution, limited access to clean water, and inadequate waste management have become everyday struggles for millions. Environmental degradation is another critical consequence of overpopulation. To meet the growing demand for food and housing, forests are cleared at an alarming rate, accelerating the loss of biodiversity and contributing to climate change. Water resources are depleted faster than they can be replenished, and the overuse of land leads to soil degradation, making agricultural production less sustainable. The global ecological footprint has expanded so much that humanity is now using resources at a rate that would require more than one Earth to sustain it in the long term. Moreover, overpopulation exacerbates social inequalities. In overcrowded regions, access to basic services such as education, healthcare, and even security becomes highly unequal. The rich can afford private services in gated communities, while the poor are often left behind in deteriorating public systems. This growing divide fuels social unrest, crime, and political instability, creating a vicious cycle that is difficult to break. The problem of overpopulation is not limited to physical resources. It also affects psychological well-being. Studies have shown that overcrowded environments can lead to increased stress, aggression, and mental health issues. People living in densely populated areas often experience a lack of privacy, constant noise, and a feeling of being overwhelmed, all of which contribute to lower overall life satisfaction. Despite the severity of the issue, several strategies have been proposed and implemented to address overpopulation. Education is widely regarded as the most effective tool. Educating young people, particularly women, about reproductive health, family planning, and gender equality can dramatically reduce birth rates. In countries where women have greater access to education and employment, family sizes tend to be smaller. Family planning programs, supported by governments and non-governmental organizations, have also played a vital role. These initiatives provide access to contraception, counseling, and healthcare services, empowering individuals to make informed decisions about reproduction. In some cases, governments have introduced policies to directly influence population growth, such as China's former one child policy. However, such measures are often controversial and can have unintended social and demographic consequences. Economic development is another important factor. As countries industrialize and living standards improve, birth rates typically decline. This phenomenon, known as the demographic transition, has been observed in many parts of the world. With greater economic security, families no longer feel the need to have many children to ensure survival, leading to more sustainable population growth. Sustainability initiatives are equally critical. Promoting sustainable agriculture, renewable energy, water conservation, and green urban planning can help mitigate the environmental impacts of overpopulation. By building resilient cities with efficient public transport, clean energy systems, and sustainable waste management, societies can better support growing populations without exceeding ecological limits. International cooperation is essential as well. Overpopulation is a global issue that transcends national borders, and solutions must be coordinated across countries. Sharing resources, knowledge, and technologies can help developing nations manage population growth while improving living conditions. Global agreements on climate action, biodiversity conservation, and development aid play a crucial role in this collective effort. In conclusion, overpopulation is one of the most significant challenges facing humanity today. It affects every aspect of life, from the environment to economic stability, social cohesion, and personal well-being. Addressing it requires a multifaceted approach that combines education, healthcare, economic development, and environmental sustainability, supported by strong international cooperation. Only by acknowledging the seriousness of the problem and working together can we hope to ensure a livable, prosperous future for the generations to come.